Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, and today I will be going over how to attract clients in 48 hours or less. I did a video on this a few years ago, about 2 years ago, and a lot has shifted in my business that has allowed me to be full-time and bringing in 6 figures as a healing business. This is something that I don't think a lot of people in the healing community talk about, and I want to bring specifically financial and abundance freedom to people, allowing us to talk about that in a feminine and energetic way. So today I'm going to be going over some secrets of how I was able to create this space, get clients in my space that are aligned with me, and making sure that I can fully surrender to that in within 48 hours or less. So I'm really excited to do this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bells. I do videos weekly for you beautiful souls so you don't miss a video. And also, if you feel called to go deeper, I do have my one-on-one mentoring. This is a program that is specifically geared for space holders, people who want to be space holders and people who are wanting to really see their power within. If you're a business owner or maybe want to go into the space of healing and wellness and consciousness, and you want to do it in a conscious and aligned way, then this is a program for you. It is a very specific, big program, and it's beautiful. And when I say big, I mean there is transformation that doesn't even fathom into the human body. So if that is something that you're interested in, ready to go into deep leaps and commitment to yourself so you can hold space for your clients, you can apply it down below. Now let's get into how to attract clients within 48 hours or less. So I've been doing this space of healing for quite a few years, and it's been ups and downs. I've had times where I was having a hard time figuring out what to charge my clients. I've had times that I really didn't know how to hold space in the way that I needed to make sure that my energy was in alignment for my clients. And one thing, and probably why you're watching this video, is maybe you're feeling really exhausted receiving clients, attracting clients into your life. Maybe you're just starting your business and you don't know where to start, or perhaps you've been in this journey and you're just starting and you're starting to think, okay, what does that look like for me? And one of the biggest things that I share with people is energy is absolutely everything. Energy is absolutely everything. And this brings me to the first way and how you can receive clients within 48 hours or less and manifest your clients is make a decision to create a space of service through your heart, not logic. It wasn't until I started to create programs, and especially as a manifesting generator, it's very important for me that I am planning with that masculine energy, planning what I want to receive, being really specific when I write and I script out what I want to receive. And I do have a video on scripting that I'll link here or down below for you lovely souls to help you with that. But understanding that when you receive clients, it doesn't make any sense. The weeks that I take a break and I take some time to go off social media, you guys know I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I hold space online through my Quartz Vortex, I also do my one-on-ones, and I'm doing retreats. So I hold a lot of space in different places. And it's important for me that if my energy is not in that alignment, where it doesn't make sense, like if I need to take a few days off, I take a few days off. And funny enough, every single time I take a few days off, I always get more clients. I always have my biggest months those times. And I always make sure that I'm allowing myself to know, wow, I feel really aligned energetically. So knowing that when you start this business, when you start your business in healing, in wellness, in this space, that it doesn't make logical sense. And I want to share a story with you guys about this. It wasn't until I received this message that my business is all an energy. The people that I receive every month, every week is all an energy. Was not until a month. I remember this month specifically, it was a few years ago. And I made the amount that I would have made in 5 months in 3 weeks. 1 month in 3 weeks. That was my biggest month. So what I made in 4 months, or 3 to 4 months, I made in 3 weeks. How is that possible? Because I spent my time doing the shadow work, doing the healing, holding the space for myself the way that I wanted to hold my clients. And you can't journey people into their own growth if you haven't been there yourself. And what I'm trying to say is, we're not looking for, especially a service base, if you're a healer, if you're a tarot card reader, if you have any service, a coach, whatever you do, knowing that if you do not allow yourself to be in that attunement of energy, that you will not be able to receive them. So the first block is saying that you need to work harder logically, you need to work harder energetically. That is the key. So balancing that shadow work and healing with what you want to attain with that masculine of what you're calling in. This is huge. The second way of how you attract clients within 48 hours or less and manifest clients into your business is understand the difference between integrity and ego. And this was really huge. So a lot of you that are having a hard time with pricing, maybe you've noticed that people are kind of, ooh, or sometimes they're, no, I don't want to invest. Well, guess what? That client, that person is not in a space or of a match to invest in your energy. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about, integrity and ego. So the integrity is that knowing when you share, what you do, what your purpose is in this conscious world. Are you feeling like your nervous system is being shocked, feeling tired, feeling exhausted, feeling like, it's $600 for my program. It's $60,000 for my program. Does it feel like you're getting a shock through your body that you energetically haven't hit that space? And maybe this is triggering for me to share this. If you're not in the energy of how much you want to manifest, doesn't mean that you receive it. That means how much you believe that you're worthy of receiving this in this conscious moment right now. When you can tap into that, then your integrity of your own shadow and your own energy work. Then there's the ego part. And this is something that I was taught from a lot of my mentors, is that how much when we're doing this work, what have we done? So, taking into intention, how do you prepare your energy before a client? If you just go onto a chat with a client right away and you haven't prepped your space, you haven't meditated, you haven't made sure you ate something so you're not stuffing your mouth, being like, I need to go do this and this while you're on the call. You're not in your car, getting into your car, dropping your kids off. Well, are you in integrity of your work? Are you holding space, or are you just allowing your client not to really hold space? And this is a huge thing that a lot of coaches, whole space holders, healers don't talk about, is we're not actually holding space. And this is for anyone in a service-based business. If you're putting some of your energy somewhere else, of course, that's going to show in the results of your business. Of course, it's going to show in the results of how you can manifest your clients. There's also the other part of the ego. So also understanding what is a fair amount to charge. So some of the things people like to talk is called sliding scale. And you might notice I do that for one of my programs, my Quartz Vortex. And the intention why I put a sliding scale for my Quartz Vortex is that anyone can have access to this program. So no matter where you are, for some people, $100 is a good amount, feels good, right? For some people, $300 is pretty good, right? So one of the things that I do in full transparency with you is I allow myself to make it accessible, because part of my values as a business is that I want everyone to be able to have shadow work. That's why I do this YouTube channel. This is why I'm here, is I want to make sure you, your aunties, your uncles, your sisters, everyone in your family can access some part of this world. And maybe for some people that isn't. But I want you to ask yourself, in your conscious being, your soul being right now, when you attract clients, what are you going to offer, and what does that value look like for you? Not only in the energy of how you prepare for your clients, but also what you've invested in yourself. So have you actually gone to do a healing program? For me, I've done a lot of different certifications. That's great. But while I was getting the certifications, have I been doing that work with me? If you're doing your Reiki practitioner, I know a lot of you have been asking, Shika, do you teach Reiki? If you're interested in that, I do have a retreat called the Awakened Healer. And I do it where I can actually, attune people, but also hold space to teach them about integrity. So I'll leave that information down below. But are you getting someone who's actually certified, who's actually not only certified, but they're living their work. They're in alignment of their work. They're not just, I'm a healer, love and light. I did a little course online on Udemy and that's it. And I just want to say this with love. That's a start for sure. But adding yourself, what integral kind of programs have you done as a business owner, as a space holder, that allows you, that when that person invests in you, when you say the amount that you want to offer, when you say what you're willing to give, when you put out that energy of what you want to open for your service, that it feels so aligned and they don't even have to question it because you know that you've done the work. And if that person says no, they don't owe you anything, because guess what? It's not their match. You're not a match yet, right? If you've said no to me, or if you've said no to someone else, that just means you're not in a match. It's not as important to you to work with that work. And that's where maybe that inner work has to come in. And sometimes when people apply for my program, I'll share and I'll say, hey, you know, like maybe this isn't the time for you. You want this so badly, but where is that intention coming from? Is it to feed the ego of you just want everything you wanted to manifest? You feel like you've gone through so much pain and it's finally you say you need to have this. Or is it like, I'm ready to do the work and I'm ready to receive it, and I know that this is my divine right, and I can detach from the outside judgment of myself. And that goes into deeper healing. You know, how have you been judged of your worth as your inner child? How have you been judged in your teen years, in your adult years? This is going to be a huge part of your deep healing, so you can receive those clients in less than 48 hours, right? If you're going through a lot of things emotionally and you decide to put a big program out there, but you can't energetically hold space for all those people, then Spirit's going to be like, I'm sorry, like I know you want this, but I can't give it to you because you're not of alignment of that energy yet. So really balancing between integrity and ego. Integrity, to know the difference, because I know some of you will ask when you're receiving clients, integrity of your business is knowing how much you feel comfortable to charge based on the worth of what you feel right now. And deep diving into that, even if it's uncomfortable and there's some fear there. Integrity is understanding that you are always going to be a teacher and a student. You're holding space, but every client that you take, they're going to ignite something in you that you have to hold for yourself as much as you have to hold for them. Ego is how much are we just wanting to manifest things because we feel like we want to just show those people that didn't believe in us. And that's our main focus. But what about the times we didn't believe in ourselves? We're showing up to be that 1% for ourselves, for our clients, for the people that are going to step into our world with integrity. So really knowing between those two spaces, how much do you want to do this? How much do you want to align? How much does all the things that you do for your business isn't a logical action, but rather an alignment of your soul and your being? An alignment of you and how much training you've done in your business with, you know, coaches that are in alignment, with healers that are in alignment, with shamans that are in alignment, whatever that you do. You know, allowing yourself to really bring that integrity in that work is so huge. The third thing you need to know on how to manifest clients within 48 hours or less is that treat your client that's paying $50 the same as a $50K client. Let that sit in. And if I just said 50K and you're like, whoa, I'm just holding to see what's in you right now. Now I want you to think about what is the amount energetically that you asked for something that you offered or something that you thought. Maybe it's a card reading, maybe it's a session with you, maybe it's a discovery session, whatever it is. What was that amount, the lowest amount? Now think of the highest amount that you want to hold or honor, or the amount that you've charged. Do you treat those two people the same? If the answer is no, because, oh, this person didn't pay that much, and this is something that I used to think too. Honestly, I was like, oh, well, because these people are paying this much, I have to only give this much of my business. I have to give only this much of myself to this person. And there's a difference between personal boundaries and treating people like you would like to be treated. So personal boundaries is knowing that regardless across the line of that $50 person, $50,000 client, that you can treat them both the same. You can align them both the same, but where your personal boundaries as a business person, as a human, as a being, is how much are you able to offer that is in alignment that can still allow you to function and feel like you can hold space for yourself like you would 2 times as much as you do with your clients. So start treating your clients that spend $50 to $50K, because who knows, your $50 client might be someone in the future that really wants to become a space holder, or someone that really looks up to you and they're like, I'm ready to go in your world deeper. I'm ready to make this next leap. I've chosen that now I'm an energetic match to work with you in your program, in your bigger program, in one-on-one or whatever it is. Right? So treat your client the same. And if it's a really hard feeling for you, and I understand because I've been to that space where it was really hard for me when I did this work, and now that I'm, you know, making a full time out of this, it's something that I've understood is that, you know, tap into what ways did your beliefs within yourself teach you that you had to treat different people depending on their abundance, right? It's almost like when we go out downtown. This is a great human intelligence test. Do you treat a homeless person the same way you do with your auntie, with your friends? Or do you just say, oh, okay, they're homeless, we're just gonna keep walking and ignore it? They're still human, they're still a being, right? Do you treat someone who makes a lot of money in your life and you know that they're very financially, you know, stable? What triggers through you being in that world? You know, how do you treat them? How do they treat you? What's coming on because through that space? Because if they're treating you a certain way, they're reflecting something in you. They're teaching you something within you to establish and shift into your boundaries. Because part of receiving more clients is allowing yourself to know that anyone can talk to you, whether they upgrade into your 50K program or your $50 program, and still feel like you're the same person. And that's what this business is all about. That's what service business is all about. This is what creating a successful business is about, is knowing that I can treat people the same. Like I want people to feel the same way they do when they talk to me on YouTube, when they apply to my program, and when they enroll in my programs. I don't want them to feel different because, again, you are me and I am you. We reflect each other in some way. And that's how you have to see it with your clients. There's no hierarchy. That's why I really don't like when I see VIP using the very important person program. Maybe this is triggering, like, she can have a VIP program. Because when you're manifesting clients, especially on how to manifest these clients in that short period of time, energetics, where it doesn't make sense with the logic, is that why are you categorizing someone into very important person when everyone is important? So such a huge, again, I might be, let's take a breath together because I might be bringing up some things you're like, what? This is all new energy. And it really just, wow, my $50 person that spent $50 on me, $10 on me in whatever way of my business is the same amount as someone 1,000, 2,000, 50,000, 100,000, whatever that you serve. And until that shifts, it's going to be very hard for you to receive that client and to manifest a client in the quantum, which means in the non-logical sense. It's going to be really difficult because what you're doing at that point when you are treating those two different people differently, that means you're treating yourself in different phases, different masks of yourself. There's one mask someone gets when you're $50 and one mask when you're 550,000. Is that fair to you? No. Is it fair to your client? No. You want to be in your truth in your business. You want to be in your integrity of your business. And part of that is setting yourself up as you already have that 50,000 client, that $50 client, by treating them both the same. Even when you do a free experience, you know, a live, and I'm sharing this because I'm on the social media, a live, or even if you do free reading or anything, like, do you treat those people like people that are paying you? Like, that's because it is an energetic exchange. The only reason we use money as like paying and those words is because that's what we're conditioned to know. But when you pay for something, when you invest in something, in yourself, in the food, Uber Eats, when you buy groceries, when you buy clothes, it's an energetic exchange to the universe. You're like, universe, I want this because X, Y, and Z. You're treating that money and you're putting it out there the way that you want to be treated. So our clients are the reflection of how we treat ourselves. The success of our clients is a reflection of how we see our worth. The depth of who we are in our business and what we receive in our abundance is the ability for us to tap in and say, what is our worth? What do you, universe is like, what do you want? Oh, I want this, but I want to talk about all this stuff about how I'm not getting clients. The amount of clients you get is equal to the amount of clients you don't get. You have to be willing to receive that. The $50 clients that say yes, and the $50,000 clients that say yes, and the $50 clients that say no, 50,000 that say no, they're equal. The only difference is, are they a match to your world, and have you matched to their world? And they might match to your world later, but you treat them the same. and this is something that I really want to shift talking about this on the YouTube channel, is like the integrity of knowing that they are both the same world. The next thing you need to know about how to attract clients and manifest them into your business within 48 hours or less is that detach from expectation from your clients. Your clients owe you nothing. If you get with a chat with someone or someone who's a potential client, how much are you expecting this desperation energy? Is this a feeling that I have to get a client, I have to get them to sign up with me? Or is it a feeling of like, okay, I get to connect with a beautiful human, get to know them, get to see if they're meant to be my world. I'm really excited for this. You're in this space of common zen, you're grounded in your energy. Or is it something that you're like, oh my gosh, I really need this because I need to pay my bills. I need to get that 10,000 every month. I need to get this $50,000 client. If I don't, I'm doomed. Oh my God. What am I gonna do? I don't know what to do. It doesn't help anything with that, because if we stress about it and we stress that they owe you nothing but what they owe themselves, that's what you're showing them. When you connect with humans in the world, not only in clients, in your everyday world, grocery store, wherever it is, what are they owing themselves? How are they seeing themselves? How are they a reflection of you and I? Detach from the outcome that that person owes you something. Because if they feel that, they're gonna step away from your world, because there is a motive behind it. Your motive is what you came into this world to help through your business. That is your heart-led, in integrity motive. And when we're in spaces like this, sometimes our human starts to tap into the ego and the materialistic world a little bit too much. So manifesting clients in 48 hours or less, it's all about the unlogical of saying that if I can detach and just say that I know that there's going to be a lot of people coming to me, and I know that, I have no doubt of that. If there is that doubt, that energy starts to increase and it shifts into our subconscious, and before we know it, we get on there and we're projecting a pressure on that person when they haven't even got to know us, when they haven't even got to know our intention of how we are. And remember, your client chooses you, but you choose your client. It goes both ways. Are you in integrity of knowing when to say, okay, this person's not in alignment? And are you also in integrity of saying, hey, this person is in alignment and they align with me? How are you holding integrity in your space? Not just accepting every person just because you want to make money, just because you want to make that 10,000, you want to make that 20,000, that 50,000, whatever the amount that you want to make. And this is the part about manifesting money in general that I find a lot of people, especially as entrepreneurs, as business owners, and also as conscious beings, especially if you do a lot of energy work and you're a healer or you're a light worker or you're a coach or you hold any service to the world, is that a lot of us need to stop asking people for things before they've even stepped into our world. We can share it from our heart, and I do that a lot. I share my stuff. I share how you can go into this world, how I can support you deeper through the YouTube channel. But I never force it, because it would make my body, my integrity in my work not good, because then I'm forcing someone to choose themselves. That doesn't feel aligned. It doesn't feel aligned at all. So know that, detach from someone owing you something, because the only person you owe is yourself. And that owing is the integrity of you stepping into that space. The last thing you need to know about how to attract clients in 48 hours or less, and we're ending it with a bang here, is be specific on what client you want to manifest and how they will shift your world. So I will talk about this a little bit deeper, because I talked about this in the other video, and I feel like this is more in alignment of like the energy and where I am in my business right now and how I've been able to create this successful business and connections and community here, is that understanding that your work, what you do, how you service people, how you offer this energy to people, is knowing that every time you step into this world, every time you step into this space, you are creating a legacy for your ancestors, for yourself, and for your soul, most importantly. You choose you first. Choose you to be the one first. And then there's a bigger picture. How do you want to create impact in this world? Imagine there's a lot of us watching this video here. If every single one of us was in our purpose, in our alignment, and remembering that, how do we want to shift this world in the way that we service our clients so they can shift their world. And that ripples and ripples and ripples. And before you know it, there's all these amazing, beautiful business owners that are in integrity, receiving clients, but most importantly, making a powerful impact in this world. So really tuning into, what do you want to manifest in your business, and how can that be heart-led? How can you believe in that deeper every single day? On the days when someone said no to you all day, on the days, on the days when people said yes, and on the days when people say no. How can you hold that as a step, as a space to know that every single day you connect with someone that's a step closer to a client, that's a step closer to deeper integrity, that's a step closer to you shifting the world. We're not here just to make 6 figures. If I wanted to make a video on let's make 6 figures as a heel, blah, 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 like if I wanted to do that, I would. I would, but is it gonna help you? No, it won't help anyone because it's not in the truth. And what I've learned over the years of making my businesses that I've had, businesses after business, I've had other businesses as well, is that understanding that we need to tune into manifesting our bigger picture and stop allowing ourselves to hold and attach to the smaller things. Because the smaller things make us stronger to the bigger impact that we want to create in this world and in the clients, and seeing them walk as a space of showing that you were part of their journey. And again, the ego is in check here. You're part of their journey. You've been able to reflect back what is within them, but look at the bigger picture. And one great, amazing technique to do that I'm going to give you a little homework after our call, a little intention after our little mentoring session here, is I want you to write down and to script out, what do you want to impact the world through the service of your business? How is it going to change this world in a year, in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years? You're going to look back at this piece of paper and say, wow, after watching this video with Shika, I finally know that once I detached from everything, once I was able to step into treating that $50 client, $50K client, just treating humans as beings, as connections, as relationships, as a mirror of you and me, as an ability to step into my world, but I get to step into theirs. And as an impact of the global consciousness and connection of the impact of how we are gonna make such a big, big impact with this world. But we're choosing us. We're knowing that we are the one for that specific person who's in a match of our world in that given time. And there's no attachment. So I want you to write down what ways you want to shift this world. Not just the money, like what ways, what are the actions that you're going to do that? You're going to help thousands of people tune into your space of readings, of tarot card readings. You're going to help thousands of people and go on a public speaking event. What ways are you going to impact the world? Because the universe is waiting for you to just claim it and be in that space, and the clients will flood through. And when I shifted that, my whole world changed. But I can tell you one thing, when you get those clients in 48 hours or less, whenever the amount of clients you have, you're still you. And you need to stop pretending to be someone else. Because if I wanted to do that, which I see a lot of videos on YouTube talking about that, how many goals, blah, blah, blah. Like, if I wanted to do that, I would. But is it gonna help you in the long term? No. So know that your energetics, your energy is everything. The logic makes no sense in this world of service. And your world can change drastically once you shift these lessons that I shared with you, that I share with my clients, and they're very powerful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, if there's anything that comes up that you're like, whoa, oh my God, I need that. Or even if you want me to do another video that's gonna help you on receiving clients and just helping you have a conscious, aligned business, please let me know. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bell so you don't miss a video. And if you feel called to go into this world, to work with me, you really enjoyed this mentoring session together in this space, and you want to go deeper, I do have my one-on-one programs down below that you can hold space for, and if you're ready for that call. So I love you all so much. Enjoy receiving these clients, and I can't wait to see your world change. I love you so much. Bye.
Healing is non-linear, and sometimes it can be overwhelming trying to move through it. I want to invite you to 365 days of healing where we deep dive into understanding how to heal it all, becoming a master of your healing. So join me in the Quartz Vortex, a space where community, shadow work, healing, and expansion beyond the means of where you see it right now can enter into your life. This is a full year where everything that you ever wanted can be in your hands right now.